Hi there, we're at the point now where you have informed me who you will be interviewing, when you plan to conduct the interview, and some other simple questions about the logistics. You've also created 10 questions. If any of those questions were not open-ended questions, I've provided some feedback about how to open those questions up or how you might be able to structure your interview to be a little more productive and to cause the person that you're interviewing to do most of the talking in the interview. And during this module, you have the option to turn that assignment back in if you want additional points. If you didn't get all the points in that assignment that you just finished that you wanted, and you want to turn it back in, then you have the option in this module to do so. And I want to address again how to conduct your interview. Now that you've already told me your 10 questions and you've told me who and when and where, and we've addressed all of that, now you just do the interview. You do the interview with the person that you selected. You can have an alternative person if that the person you initially selected isn't available. And just sit down and do the interview. Now what you turn in is a transcription of the interview, and there's an example of it in the module folder. So you turn the transcription in, you just take about 10 minutes of that interview and transcribe it for me. Just put your name and write the question that you asked, and then under that you tell me the person that you interviewed's name and you tell me what they said, and just go on, just like a script. Or a court document of a transcription. After you do that, go back in a second color and indicate throughout the interview from top to bottom on your interview where you used specific communication skills, the communication skills that we've talked about in the course, on the slides, in the workbook, in the communication section of the workbook. You'll find the names to label your communication skills that you used. You will also then go back a third time, and the third item you'll enter in a different color perhaps is the feedback you're giving yourself. That's the self-critique part. You're going to say, I really liked how I did this, or I realize now I could have done something differently. I just want to know that from the beginning, whenever you were doing the questions, you understood what an open question was, that you knew how to rework them into open questions if you were provided feedback about possibly doing them differently, that you were able to sit down, conduct your interview, and that after the interview was over, you have the ability to go back and label the communication skills you used, and then that you have the ability to go back and see areas that you did really well and areas in which you could improve if you were to do the interview again. It's simple if you follow the format that I provided for you, and just use a Word document to go through and give me all that information. When you put it in different colors for me on the page that you turn in, it really helps identify quickly which skills you used, and then your own feedback. So if you just follow the format that I provided in the folder for you, and I think all of you should do well. Have a great rest of your week, and I look forward to reading the interviews. There are some really interesting people that you all have chosen to interview, and I can't wait to see what the results look like.